Well, and it is so true. I mean, a focus group can tend to have, by definition, a very well planned, and people are thinking money. Focus group can be just as simple as get a one-page business plan and idea down, and then make it a point to share it with 30 people that are willing. And this is really what I've always told a lot of people. You got to be willing to share with people that have some experience and are willing to tell you the truth.
Right.
And this is the thing about family, is that you probably aren't going to get the truth just because they're afraid to hurt your feelings, or they're in a protection mode. They want to, make sure that you stay protected. They've known you well enough. You've never probably done something in the past, so what would make them think that you're going to do this successfully? So, you really need to reach out. I've always told people that, the more successful the person, they can be some great counsel, and they're going to ask questions that you never think about. And then Vicki Peak over at the Small Business Administration is just phenomenal in the services that they can offer for people.
She's my angel. She will direct you in the right area for the mentor that you need, whatever. She is a walking encyclopedia for small business.
She really is. Yeah.
So that would be your very first start. And I always tell people, don't give up your day job if you're working. Try to do something part-time. And the other thing is, people are always afraid to share their information for fear that somebody's going to steal my product or steal my idea. And there's certain ways that you can share your idea without giving every single detail to someone, or have them sign a confidentiality agreement or something.
Yeah, and again, one of the better places, obviously, is with trusted people.
Right.
And it really is. And the bigger the idea, the more important it is to to get some confidentiality around that. And it also, Jean, sets an air, of professionalism when you're talking to that individual. They're going to appreciate that level, because the information they're providing back is going to be just as confidential.
That's right. And if you can find someone that has done what you're going to do, and maybe they've retired from that
great
business,
resource,
a good mentor, or someone that is in a similar, it's still working, but maybe in a similar type of business that you can mentor with.
So 2 great first steps. We can go and actually find a focus group, and we got Vicki Peak over at BCC with the small business work environment that can really help us with information. What are some of the greatest obstacles that you ran into in building your business?
Money, big one. And right now it's even worse than it was 4 or 5 years ago. So I tell people right now, before you start your business, you go to the banks, you go to your funding, whatever it is, and make sure you already have funding available somewhere, whether it's going for a grant or if it's going to be borrowing against something. And I always say, as a boomer, be careful about borrowing against your 401k or your life insurance, because you might not have time to pay that back.
Right.
So kind of be careful of that. But you want to line up your financing, because the thing that happened to me is I was blessed that QVC took my product right away, but I went to the banks to get a loan. Now here I had this nice PO from QVC, and the bank said to me, how long have you been in business? And I looked at my watch and I said, counting today.
Literally the last.
That's not the answer they want to hear. And I said, I've been in business 3 months. Well, it was, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Right.
They want you in business at least 2 or 3 years, and this was 4 years ago. Right. So it's going to be difficult to get financing when you're desperate to get it ahead of time.
That's number one thing. Capitalization. Right. And I think one of the great things that I heard is, whatever you think it's going to take, multiply it by 3.
Right.
Because, it's the unknowns that really come up. And then you run into, that growth point where you get into, do I invest more to grow, or do I stay where I am? And, those are unique challenges that happen for every entrepreneur. Now, got the risk, we've got some of the great steps. What's the last thing in summarizing as a recommendation to baby boomers? Because I know this is a great passion of yours, about starting their own business. Should they or shouldn't they?
Well, one of the things I tell people to do, besides the mentoring, is start watching shows that give you the inside tips and also inside information. Like, for an example, the Donnie Deutsch show with the Big Idea. They'll tell you some things that maybe you hadn't thought of.
It's a great show.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, it really
and they
is.
have everyone from startups to Donald Trump. I mean, everyone is on that show. So start going to networking functions, the Founders Forum, places like that, so you can network with people that are in the any kind of industry, and you will pick up tips from what they're doing, because of course every situation is going to be different. You don't know whether to expand or not. But I always tell people, keep it close at home. You're always tempted to go rent that beautiful, you know, square footage in one of the higher end office buildings. Be careful of getting out there too soon, because that money going out is going to be a lot greater than coming in the beginning.
Yeah, Jean, I've seen so many people make the mistake, you know, of go build it and then start the business versus start the business, you can build it later.
Right.
And you know, all of that building, all of that computers, all of that stuff is overhead. And that's a number that eventually you're going to have to go sell to. And if you've got to start sales at that level, that's a tough nut. That's a hard road to really climb. So, you know, it's been great being here with you this evening. I want to congratulate you, one, for having the spirit, the ingenuity, the courage. I would say that you are a great example to thousands and thousands of baby boomers and inspiring them at a time that, you know what, they need that inspiration. And you're a great example of what people can accomplish when they find a need, have the courage to go fill the need. That's the true spirit of entrepreneurialism. Again, Jean, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for
I want to
having me.
remind everybody that you can get out during this holiday season and get to the Dillards. Pick up your new Gizmo bag. It'll be a tremendous success and a hit during the Christmas holidays for anybody, because it'll be a gift that will be unique, that they won't have.
And they'll be supporting small business.
And they'll be supporting small business. That one is the best of all. So,
that's right.
Jean, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to remind everybody that they can review this show on BrevardCounty.com and any of our past shows. Be sure to go to Newco Enterprises.
NewcoMarketing.com.
NewcoMarketing.com. Check out Jean's full story, the breadth of services that she offers in mentoring and coaching and helping new people get started in their businesses, and her product line. Again, thanks. We look forward to seeing you on our next show. And until next week, have a great and prosperous week.